not number 5. It's speech number 7. And it's called Emotional Manipulation. It's by Abdoulaye Baldé. Abdoulaye Baldé, Emotional Manipulation.
Ladies and gentlemen, Toastmasters, and welcome guests. Tonight I am going to talk about a topic that's very dear to my heart. Emotional manipulation. It's something we all experience, we all witness. Some people are oblivious to it. Some people, like me, are pretty good at reading it, so I, like a social crazy guy, go around, oh, look, she's manipulating him. Oh, look at that poor guy, sucker. That's what happens in my head all day. It's pretty weird. So for the next 7 minutes, I think, I'm going to show you 5 ways that people might use emotional manipulation on you. The first way, they turn your words against you. For example, this is very simple. They usually do this because they are scared of taking responsibility of the action that just happened. So instead of owning up to what they did, they'd rather dismiss it and then put all the blame on you, like you did it. For example, you may ask your spouse, hey, could you help me with the laundry today? And then she comes home late at night, she doesn't help you with the laundry, you end up doing it by yourself, and then you go to tell her, hey, thanks for not helping me today. She's like, how could you ask me to help you? You know I was busy, I had 2 meetings, I had blah, 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 and then I was late for work. And so she's telling you all her problems, but she said she was going to help you. So now you feel bad for asking her to help you again. So that's one way emotionally manipulating you, by putting the blame from oneself onto the other person. The second way, that actually, before I go on, there's a way to avoid that. Because if you do not avoid, let the person aware that they're emotionally manipulating you, it will keep going on and on and on forever. So, if you notice this happening, tell them. Listen, you said you're going to help me with the dishes. I understand you're busy, but you said you're going to help me. At least tell me if you're not going to help me, so I don't expect you to do something you're not going to do. It's very simple. Usually when people try to manipulate you, it's because they do not know how to express what it is they want. So they'd rather do things to make you maybe fall in line and then do what they want you to do without explicitly saying what they want. Number 2, they use guilt trips. This is like one of the worst things. I hate this behavior, passive aggressiveness. So they use guilt trips a lot to make you feel guilty about you asking them to do anything at all. For example, you can say to your roommate, you know what, it's cool, go to the movies tonight, have fun. I'll stay in and work on the midterm that we're supposed to work on together. You just go out and have fun. They will know that you don't actually want them to have fun. And if there's somebody like me, they're like, yeah, bye. They'll just go and have fun. But the way to avoid this is, it's all like confrontational. If you want, you can make it confrontational. If you don't want, you don't have to make it confrontational. But you have to let the person know what it is that they're doing. Most people have been doing this for so long, they don't even know they're doing this. You might think that they're aware of, they're manipulating me, blah, blah, blah. No. Some people don't know, some people do know. The way you can find out is by letting them know and talking to them. Hey, we were supposed to do this midterm paper together. Why you all of a sudden decide to go watch a movie? At least you could invite me, or you could find somebody to do the paper for us while we both have fun. Side note, if anybody needs help with papers, I'm good at them. Let me know. I'm expensive though. Number 3, they diminish your problems. That's another way people can use to manipulate you. For example, you might be talking with a friend of yours. Oh my God, I had such a long day today. My boss was being irritable. Like, oh really? That's what happened to you? Well, me, I woke up on the wrong side of the bed. My boss was irritable every single day. I was in traffic for hours. So you tell them a problem, you just want to communicate so they can help you out, and then they diminish your problem like it's nothing. Like, really, that's all you get? I'm going through 10 times worse than this, and I'm not complaining. But how dare you tell me that your boss was irritable? This is kind of hard thing to avoid. People like this, what you usually need to do is avoid them. This might sound hard, it's like, but my girlfriend does this. Avoid her. Because if a person keeps diminishing your problems, they really do not care what you say. They're just talking to you because they like to talk. So avoid that person. And don't blame me if anything happens. Just don't shoot the messenger. Number 4, they use an emotional backdoor. What I mean by this, instead of confronting you when they have a problem, for example, you let the dishes pile up in your apartment. Instead of coming to you and, hey Abdullah, you let the dishes pile up, they will go on a silent treatment. Like, you know what, I'm not talking to you until you do the dishes. Well, instead of letting that person manipulate you, for example, the dishes part. For example, you're at home and your wife doesn't do the dishes, and you come back home and you get mad. Instead of giving her the silent treatment, say, look honey, today's your day to do the dishes. Please do the dishes. Or you work a lot of hours, you're rich, buy a housemaid to do your dishes for you. It's very simple. And finally, the 5th one is aggression. Lots of people use aggression and anger to manipulate people. For example, you want to do something, you have an older brother, he would come and bully you. How dare you think of doing this? Get back in line. For example, you want to play soccer. I used to do this all the time with my younger sisters. We'd try to play soccer, like, I can join you. Get out of my face, get out of here. Girls can't play soccer. That's pretty bad. But I was a kid. I used to manipulate them all the time. It was fun. I used to manipulate my parents to get stuff. That's how I learned a lot of these manipulation techniques. I know them. It's not like I use them to manipulate people, I'm just aware of them. So if they're happening with me, I know how to deal with them. So those are the 5 emotional manipulation techniques. I hope from my speech today that you guys will be more aware in your communications, that instead of trying to manipulate people to do things that you want them to do, you can just ask them. You don't ask, you don't get. Thank you.
Thank you, Abdullah. Can we get a minute on the clock, please?